So here it is. This was on sale last week in Canada for $40 Canadian. It can currently be bought for $50 USD, and PC Load Letter I think said this often goes on sale for much cheaper. Oh, $5 off by signing in. So this is what we're working on. Why did I buy this? Because it was cheap. Anybody else out there just buy stuff because it's cheap? It's got a lot of features for the price too. $40 Canadian got me a Bluetooth. It's already desoldered, so there's no switches on it. It has it had TTC brown switches. It has blue LED backlit, USB-C, Bluetooth, 5 different Bluetooth profiles, side RGB. Yes, there is side RGB in this $35-ish keyboard. Integrated plate. No, sorry, not integrated plate. Tray mount. Let's take a look at what the package looked like quickly. It's already disassembled because we did that on the part 1 of this stream. For those who missed it, it's on the VOD. 4 hours of desoldering. Thinking about getting a cheap keyboard and modding the heck out of it. Yeah, Sparkly, do it. I enjoy it. It's fun. We can't all have key cults. These are the switches that came in it. TTC browns. They sound like absolute garbage. But we're not using them, so that's why they're desoldered. Here are the keycaps. Cheap ABS plastic. Also feels like garbage. We're gonna fix that too. This is the internals of the board. Battery, connector for the battery. Diffuser on the side. Quote unquote diffuser. RGB though. Yeah, this is the board. We'll put some foam in there, maybe. But before we do that, let's take a look at the typing test. Modding the case 2. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we'll probably add some foam. That's the extent of the modding I'll do. Sparkly Unicorn says, modding is a fun part, even if it's excruciatingly time consuming. Yeah, it's super fun. I enjoyed kind of hanging out on Twitch, doing it the other day. Let's take a look at the typing test of this thing. Let's take a look at the typing test of this thing. So the other day, we did. Where is it? Okay, this is the wrong stream. You guys ready for an amazing sounding keyboard? Sorry. Instructions, what? I'm not sure I'm ready. I'm gonna... Probably the shittiest board I... Spoiler alert. There we go, guys. $103, 94%. This thing sounds like absolute garbage. What do you guys think? Can someone tell me if the music is too quiet? Or is it, are we good? Sounds good, Soderbuck. No, please. All right. Quiet a bit. Okay. Fuoga, we got a couple things that we got to do before we solder this thing. We're going to make this thing sound really good. And how are we going to do that? First, let's start with this. So, what is this? KBD Fans module phone. You can buy this from kbdfans.com. What is this? This is basically, you know, it's plate foam. It sits between the plate and the PCB. You cannot buy it right now. It's sold out. 20 bucks. 16, 16, 40. So we'll be using a little bit of it. This should help with the acoustics of this board. Ice Injector asks, have I used this before? Yes. It is currently on this board here and on the KBD8X Mark II, the board you tried yesterday. I like it a lot. What does it do? There's been a big trend in the past couple years to, well, not years. There's been a trend recently to foam everything, including the below the plate. Sorry, I need to adjust my mic. clean desoldering job, I would say. No lifted pads. PCB has been tested. The easiest way to install these is the following. You take any switches that you have, it doesn't really matter. Put them in any orientation. And you'll see why I do this in a second. Hey, Ice Injector, did you try the box whites that I gave you yesterday in your board? Yeah, man. I'm not a fan of clicky switches, but man, these sound good. They do sound good. Yeah, like I said, or like everybody says, this is this entire hobby is a preference. I love them. You may not, and that's all good. I'm glad you got to at least try them and kind of form your own opinion. Because the last thing you want to do in this hobby is base your opinions on other people's experiences. It's not the way to go. You'll notice that these switches have masking tape on them too. It's a long story. These are the box whites, Kailh box whites. The same ones I gave to you yesterday. In my opinion, these are the best clickies on planet Earth. I can say that because that's my opinion. They're also cheap. I think these are like $1/4 a switch. Also, you don't have to lube them. They're smooth out of the box. There was a debacle with them, yes. Breaking keycaps, GMK, but that's part of why we have masking tape all over these things. Am I gonna have enough? Ice Injector, I might need some back. No, I'm just joking. I have enough. Ice Injector, what are you playing tonight? You gaming? Oh, guys, check out this with this blocker. Blockers. This $40 keyboard has an arrow blocker. But check out this blocker. Removable. Symmetrical too. Turn it around. So I can go blockerless on this blocker board if I wanted to. Eat your heart out, D65. Wait, is that the board that has removable blockers? I don't know, but Sparkly Unicorn. Yeah, I've never seen something like this before. It's pretty cool. Cheap way to add a blocker. It's a nice touch. Ah, okay. That's cool, Ice Injector. Cool. Yeah, man. Have a good night. Peace out. By the way, I got a Discord. Feel free to join it. Hit the follow button if you want to stay up to date on my streams. I will be streaming. This is the last stream for me until probably Friday. Tomorrow is Valorant. Not a Valorant. Yeah, Valheim night tomorrow. Thank you, Ice Injector. I appreciate it. I'll join the Discord voice next time. Cool. Sparkly Unicorn says, where's the DC? What is the DC? What do you mean? Okay. Switches are all in. They're all random. But the purpose of putting in all these switches is not to solder the board. Oh, sorry. Yeah, the Discord. Give me a second. Let me grab that for you. I need to get that chat bot working for that. All good, man. This Discord stuff is new to me. I'm usually honored to check group buys. I don't run a Discord normally. Are some of the switches sideways? Dude, some of the switches are upside down, sideways, left and right. We are... Actually, you know... Okay, this is my bad. So normally I put these switches in any which way because of this, but I just realized I probably should have just put them in the right orientation because I should have just put all the switches in. I'm so used to Anthony's method of, you know, soldering a couple switches here, anchor switches, etc., etc. And you know what? We'll do that because I got to take out some of these switches anyways. The reason why I put in switches is so that I can just install these easier. Basically like an alignment tool. What is that? Switch chaos, man. Yeah. Don't worry. I'll fix them. So, have you guys used this module foam? I like it. It's kind of finicky to put on, but it makes the board sound really good. I'm pretty sure MK Ultra or whoever is not making foams for the RK71. I'm pretty sure nobody in the world is making pre-cut foams for the Royal Kludge RK71. That's where these things come into play. Can Sparkly Unicorn says, honestly, I'm very new to this keyboard hobby, so I'm learning a lot from everyone. Oh, that's cool, man. Welcome to the hobby. I like this hobby a lot. It's been fun. I've also learned a lot from streamers. In fact, Sparkly Unicorn, if you want to learn a lot, follow this guy. Friend of the channel. I learned a lot from watching his streams and watching his VODs, how to build a proper keyboard. So Sparkly Unicorn, how long you been kind of in this hobby for? Since last year? Thank you, Producer Lemon. Video is a lot out of focus. I guess I can just work like this the whole time. There we go. Thank you, producer. Sparkly Unicorn says, okay, step to that guy. It started off looking for pretty keycaps around 2020 when I built my PC. Got it. And then my YouTube algorithm recommended me a bunch of type tests. Yeah. Do you go on ARM? Oh, you must go on RMK. I guess that's how you found me today. RMK was how I got into this hobby. When I got into this hobby back in 2015-ish, the YouTube scene wasn't really there. But yeah, there's been an explosion in this hobby. Massive, massive, massive. Fuoger says, this hobby is dangerous for your wallet. I'm looking forward to the first real build though. Yeah, the first real build is always fun. If parts ever ship from KB Defense. Yeah. If you guys are new to the hobby, just be prepared to wait for things. I ordered stuff from KB Defense Black Friday sale. It arrived at Black Friday. That was November 28th. I think it arrived like Jan 20th, like 2 months later. It's because what I wanted was out of stock. So they had to wait. Yeah, guys, this is a hobby. Remember to be reasonable with it's a hobby, right? We don't there's a lot of key cults and, you know, clout being thrown around online. That's not for everybody. Not everybody can spend $800 on a custom. And that's cool. You don't need $800 to spend on a custom. You could spend $40 and have a good time. So Sparkly Unicorn says, I try to save up, try not to spend a whole paycheck. Yes, good call. Is there any good Black Friday sales for my keyboards? Back in the day, there was nothing. It's slowly getting popular enough. It's slowly, the community is getting big enough that there are some Black Friday sales, but honestly, I wouldn't wait. The reason why I wouldn't wait is because group buys don't base their schedules on that kind of thing. Group buys just run. But with that said, KBD fans, if you're early on Black Friday, at least this past year, they had some really good deals. It was like spend $200 or $250 and get a $50 off coupon. That's a lot. I don't remember exactly what it was, but those coupons sold out pretty quick. I think I got a $20 off coupon, and I used that for free shipping. Fulger says, it's a build for a new office job, so I'm aiming for a quiet minimalism aesthetic. KZ60 with Xylence, blacked out OEM PBT keycaps. Nice. Xylence are, in my opinion, the best for an office. We can all be super lucky and have box whites at work. Right, PC load letter? Yeah, this hobby runs on group buys a lot. But it's getting better. In stock items. Box shades at work are the way. Box shades. You got the box shades right here. This guy at work. Listen to this guy. This is PC load letter at work. This is box whites at work. Jades, whites are too weak. These jades have such a thick click bar. So Fuoger, it's your first build. Is that a hot swap build or is that a solder build? What's the plan for this? Man, PC load letter, lucky. So was that like a company issued Model M? Because in my mind, like, by the time I got into the workforce in kind of mid 2000s, it was the Dell membrane keyboard that everybody got. We were long past Model M's to be issued. Foger says hot swap. Yeah, nice. That's going to be a sweet board. Hey, if it's going to be your first board, if I can give you one tip. When you build, anytime you switch your key or your switches on a hot swap board, support the back. Either on your desk or with your fingers. Highly suggested by almost everybody, because if you insert a switch into a hot swap socket incorrectly, it just might pop the socket out on the backside. So if you don't have a soldering iron, that's going to be a kind of a pain to fix. So, you know, it's worth the extra couple minutes to take apart the board and do it properly. Okay, so yeah, if you got a soldering iron, that's good, so that just in case something kind of weird happens with the socket, you can kind of put it back. I think those boards come with spare sockets too, right? Or am I thinking of something else? Wait, Fogger says, I found a Model M hiding in a storage closet at work. And it was company branded from... Wow, that's cool. Did you take it home? Did you use it? Do you have it? Link it in chat. I want to see. All right, let's take a look. You found this at work? It's like a battle station. Unicomp makes this nowadays? Win keyless. What is this arrow cluster? Did someone mess with the keycaps on this thing? Is this a buckling spring? Is that what I'm looking at here? They have me using it for doing DOS and IBM 3270 terminal programming. It is a buckling spring. This is super cool. NGB! Welcome to the stream. Oh, it's late. Thanks for joining, man. How's everything in New York? Okay, yeah, the one that you have at work, someone's messing with the keycaps. Like, this area was kind of weird at your work. Look at this enter key. What is this layout? Left-hand macro cluster. Awesome. Just put down my Nintendo Switch. Are you still playing Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning? If so, how's that? F13. They're doing it. Yeah, Fox 60%. We're in the 122 key game. That's a cool board. I've never seen it before. That's a wild board. Look at this thing, guys. It's not great. It's good. Okay, that's cool. What is this enter key? What is this right here? Look at the profile of these keycaps too. So tall. That's awesome. Yeah, it's like a stepped enter. What is that? Fogler, thanks for sharing. That's cool. So, for those who are new to the hobby, feel free to ask questions. I'll do my best to answer them. The guys in chat here are probably way more knowledgeable about keywords than I am. They could probably help you out too. Just ask them what the best clicky switch is. Yeah, NGB. Wingspan of an eagle to use your mouse on that keyboard, yeah. So much for ergonomics. Okay, almost done the KB Defense module phone. Let's do the annoying pieces. When you have no idea what to ask because you're so overwhelmed with information. Yeah. Yeah. This hobby's like, it got better because there's more resources, but there's just more stuff out there. Back in my day, there was only Cherry MX switches. And the choice was Cherry Max Blue, Cherry Max Red, Cherry Max Black, and Blue. Do you like tactiles? Brown. You like heavy tactiles? Clear. You like linears? Red. You like heavy linears? Black. That's your choice. That was your choice. Now, do you like tactiles? Go watch my favorite streamer on YouTube, JYMV, talk about... No, sorry, Shoobs talk about tactile switches for 20 minutes. Do you like linears? Go look at every single recolor out there. And they're all out of stock. So for those who missed... Yeah, I love Shoobs. For those who missed yesterday's VOD or stream, PC Low Letter and I found some Geek Hack group buys, and they were doing group buys for Cherry MX switches. Like Cherry MX Blues. That's what a group buy was like in 2010. Fuogre says, best tip for new folks. Remember that RGB improves your PC. Red makes it go faster, green makes it less energy, and blue makes it run cooler. Yeah, choose the right RGB, guys. Sparkly Unicorn asks, how do you usually keep up with group buys? I only know of Reddit mech group buy. Okay, Sparkly Unicorn, if you want to keep up with group buys, I have a method. It doesn't really keep me up to date with everything because I don't care to keep up with everything. There's too much. What I do is I surf Geek Hack. I surf Geek Hack interest checks. That's kind of the go-to place. Yeah, NGB. NGB agrees. Geek Hack. I don't use Reddit for keeping up with interest checks. It's not the right type of forum. I find forums, traditional forums, work much better for those kinds of news. And then you got like, who was it that was saying, I saw a post, we should split up the interest checks so that there's just the interest check for keycaps. I saw that recently. I would like that. Keycap is a bit complicated for me. I'm still adjusting to it. Sparkly Unicorn. Back in my day, there was just forums. VBB or whatever that was. Geek Hack is old. It's definitely on old technology. It's definitely not... It's not Reddit, but... I think that's the best way to do it. And yes! NGB. Mac Merlin does weekly YouTube videos. I love those. Because it's like surfing the web, but I don't have to surf the web. It's like watching TV and keeping up with group buys. Yes, Mac Merlin on YouTube. He posts videos once a week, many times a week. It's great. I love it. I don't got time to keep up with group buys. I also don't care to keep up. Like I said, I don't care to keep up with them. So, Mac Merlin, Keycap Lendar. Even more passive web surfing. Watch a YouTube video. Yeah. So... I like this website to keep up with. It's just so crazy. And keeping up with Discord is even crazier. 15-20 minutes a day just checking my group buys on Discord. I like Keycap Lender. Paste it in chat. That helps you keep track of keycaps. If you want to check out old school MySpace, go to check out Space A. All right, I don't know what Space A is. I heard Microsoft looking to buy Discord. My first reaction was set up an IRC server. Yeah. NGB says, oh, yeah, man. Have a good night, NGB. Thanks for stopping in. Guys, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but this is going to be the nicest RK71 in Canada. Maybe North America. Show me an RK71 that has plate foam. I'd love to see it. Or show me another one, I mean. We're done. I'm not going to bother doing this. I don't want to interfere with the stabilizer. This should reduce any kind of Scooter Farm. How's it going, man? Sorry, I'm blanking. Is this Alex? Got it. Okay. What time is it? What time is it in Austria? $6 a.m. Jeez. Early. Welcome to the stream, man. Is this a late night for you or early morning? Early morning. Gotcha. Well, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. We are currently in the process of putting in KBD fans module foam into this RK71. And then after that, we are going to solder in these switches. Shouldn't take that long. And then after that, keycap selection. And then typing test. And see if my goal of making this cheap board sound nice. KBD fans module foam is complete. Any questions? Let me know. Okay. My bad. Let's fix these switches that I put in randomly. Wait, what direction? These are north facing, right? It would help to get the orientation of the PCB correct. Camera focus, thank you. North-facing switches. Not ideal. If you're new to the hobby and you get a custom keyboard, make sure that custom keyboard doesn't have north-facing switches if possible. Also, if this was an actual custom board that I cared about, do not do what I'm doing. This is not a good example of how to build a board properly. This is an example of how to rebuild a cheap board. Don't put all your switches in the plate and then dump it on the PCB and then start soldering. What I learned from 001 Anthony is put in a couple switches, solder them in as anchors to ensure that you have parallel alignment between the plate and the PCB. You will see it, some people, you know what, I think it's fine. It's not a big deal in my opinion, but they'll just like put all the switches in and then dump it in. But take the extra time, do a couple switches all over the place. Make sure everything's straight. You want everything parallel. Anthony always compared it to like squaring a house or squaring corners. Fulger says, why avoid north facing? So these are north facing. Generally, you may not even notice, but when you do notice, you can never like not hear it. So a regular Cherry MX switch here. This is a north-facing PCB. You can tell it's north-facing because the switch pins are on the bottom. If this was a south-facing PCB, the switch pins would be on the reverse. Okay. With certain keycaps, GMK, Cherry profile, on certain profiles, like certain rows that you're dealing with, your keycaps will collide with the switch because this switch is meant to be this way, south-facing. If it's in this orientation, you will not get collision. Mostly ASDF row on Cherry profile. Okay, so it would be this row here. If you're using MT3, SA, OSA, I don't know, DSA, CAT, it's not going to matter. But that collision will cause a clack, Folger. And when you hear it, also, you know when you can really hear it? On Xylence. Because the switch is so quiet. Are there switches made to be placed in... So, Scooter, it's, just to clarify, and if I said this wrong, it's not the switches that are north-facing or not. It's the PCB that will determine this. So, any switch can be oriented north or south, but the PCB will determine what orientation you're going to do. So, yeah. Does that make sense? Fogart, not a big deal if you're buying any kind of modern board. Modern custom. Modern custom boards generally don't do north facing, but there are a lot out there that still do. I think the Tada 68 does. I don't think that's considered modern, but... and the reason why so many of these OEMs do north-facing switches is because people love their RGBs. People love their LEDs. And north-facing switches will allow the LED to sit up here, shine through, and show through the keycap. See how the keycap alpha is north? It's all because of this whole thing. They wanted to light up, and generally alphas are going to sit at the top of the key switch. It'll look weird otherwise, but so it's a battle. It's a battle between mainstream and custom nerds that care about the clack on a north-facing switch. PC Low Letter says they'd have to change the shape of the top switch house, yeah, to avoid it. And yeah, see, the shape of a switch is not symmetrical. You see how there's like... So you're going to get collision because your keycap is backwards and it collides here. But it will not collide here on this side. That's what I asked, if there's maybe switches that... Yeah, I've never seen... Hey, PC Low Letter, do box switches have this same problem? Or do box clickies so loud that it doesn't really make an issue? I don't know if they have this problem. Not sure. Yeah, I've never noticed it. Anyways, north versus south facing. Definitely hard to explain in text on Reddit. Much easier to explain on video. Okay, back to reorienting these switches north. Oh, PC load letter, you're right. I forgot that there were washers. They were washers, right? Are those gone? People still buy them? You could also use O-rings if you want. That'll probably do it. But O-rings feel like garbage. Oh, they don't have them anymore, huh? Hopefully the custom keycap or custom PCB market is just getting away from that. I do like when people like random companies are like, hey, check out this new keyboard. Everyone's like, not QMK, not VIA compatible, need these switches. Yeah, and I agree with most of that stuff, but like if the GMMK Pro came out and it had north-facing switches, it doesn't, right? Please tell me it doesn't. It shouldn't. That would be... No, they wouldn't do that. Is that a Rama switch puller? Yes, Scooter, this is. I don't recommend it, by the way. Well, I was saying this on stream the other day. I would recommend it for certain scenarios, but it's the metal on this thing is very weak, and when you're pulling switches, you can bend this thing. So it's not oh, you already have it? Yeah. Do you notice that it bends sometimes? Like if you're like really watch my thumb and index. Look at that bend. Yeah, this punch out definitely not helping the structural integrity of the metal here. They definitely need a thicker gauge, whatever the thicker gauge. I like it for the low profile, but he could have done better. Rama, I like your stuff. I have your board incoming, but this switch puller is not the best quality. I would pay a little bit more money for a better switch puller that doesn't bend. Yeah, you know what? Take that back, Rama. I love your switch puller. If you want me to do a review on the Thermal round 2, send it over. Why did I do this randomly? I shouldn't have done that. Just waste of time. Anybody have a ramen board here? I remember when I first got into the hobby and I saw a ramen board, I thought, that's amazing. So have you guys watched the GMMK Pro reviews that have dropped? I'm curious to know your thoughts. Did you guys see Brandon Taylor's review? His board, when he flashed it, it bricked. It bricked. So you can't use it. Yeah. Neither do I PC low letter. But I think it's interesting. It's an interesting board because of kind of the company that's making it, Glorious, their history. It's interesting. Not a board I would own, but I think it's pretty good value. I watched that one too. What did you think, Scooter? He seemed to like it. He said it was good, right? Good value. We are oriented north. Right, stabilizers. We need to do stabilizers. I'm gonna throw these in the trash. Yeah. M60, right, Fogger? Not M50. For those new to the scene, don't use these stabilizers that come with boards. Wait, what's an M50? Is he making a 50%? Oh, this is that ortho board? Yeah. Okay. I've never used an ortho board, but I can imagine just not liking it. I cannot imagine typing on this. It looks... Also, I don't really like the way it looks, personally. Look at that PCB though, it's nice. Is this Wilbur? It's all good. Okay, that's why I like this hobby. Everybody likes different things. Some people like 40s, and that just blows my mind. Can you guys imagine using a 40% at work for a whole day? Like being forced to use a 40% all day? That would be not a good. That'd be not a good day. All right, stabilizers. What do we got? We don't got. Okay. Again, this is a different kind of stream because we're taking a cheap board. Where's my stabilizers? If you are building a keyboard, do not use the free stabilizers that are included. I like Cherry, but there's some issues with the new ones, the retooled ones. They're kind of scratchy. Use Durox, use genuine Cherry. Use Zeals. Okay, Foger, you went baller there. Your stabs are worth more than my keyboard. Nice though. I keep all my cheap stab graveyard. I should name that the cheap stab graveyard. This is where I house all my plate mounted stabilizers for random projects. So what do we got here? Chinese PCB mount. I can use these. I could use Corsair K70 stabs. Should I use Corsair K70 stabs in this? KBD 75 PCB mount. What is this? Oh! Okay, we're using this. We're gonna put the Ducky Shine 3 6.25 stabilizer in this RK71. Okay, spacebar's done. We're gonna use these. We'll do a combination here. Ducky, spacebar stab, OEM, Corsair K70 stab, OEM. Let's go with that. Again, this is not an example of a type of build you would do on a nice board. Don't do this, guys. Don't go harvesting Ducky stabilizers, which I think they're okay. Definitely don't go harvesting Corsair K70 stabilizers. These gotta be better than what came on the RK71 though, right? Gotta be. Foger says Rama makes a 36%. Really? I should just get her to put next to the 122 key M at work. Yes. Yes. What is this? All right. We're just going to build. I'm not going to tune this. The beauty of box whites is that they can actually mask crappy stabilizers. Again, if you're building a custom board, tune your stabilizers, test your stabilizers. do not build a PCB mounted custom, such as the ones coming up in chat, without testing your stabilizers. On a PCB mount stabilizer board, if you do not test your stabilizers and you realize it's not working, you need to desolder the entire board to get access to the stabilizers again. On a plate, not even gonna lube them. They're already lubed. It's all good. PC low light, I'll tell you something. If this was a PCB mount stabilizer, I definitely would do this properly. But because I know that I can just desolder this switch, this switch, this switch, this switch, and this switch, I'm not gonna bother. Maybe one day I'll get genuine cherry plate mount stabs and go put them in this board. But genuine cherry plate mount stabs would cost 20 bucks. I don't know if I want to put that much in this board. Test your stabilizers. We've seen men. Okay, you know what? We're gonna lube. Nah, we're not gonna lube this. It's already lubed. I'll do a quick test. If this sounds like absolute garbage, maybe I'll clean it up. Oof, these stabilizers are bad tolerances. This is the cherry. It's okay. Is there a difference between Zeal and Durox screw-in stabs? Yeah, the Zeal stabs cost a lot more. I've never used Zeal stabs. I hear that from Anthony that they kind of sometimes have that issue where the wire pops out. No experience with them though. I have a lot of experience with the Durox though. They're good. I have a lot of experience with genuine cherry. They're good. I like them. I even like their retooled ones. Guys, fixed plate, freaking awesome. So nice to do a fixed plate. None of this switch alignment garbage, which we're gonna have issues because of these switches anyways. All right, I gotta tell you guys something. Why you might be wondering, why is there so much tape on Hammer Brothers switches, my switches? Back in the day, someone realized that box switches would stretch GMK keycaps, and then they went like this on a video and all their GMK caps fell off. And the people freaked out and started checking their keycaps, and they were like, uh-oh, my nice GMK stem is stretching and cracked. And it ruined a lot of people's GMK sets. What did I do? I took a Dremel to every single one of these switches and shaved it down. I was not risking any of my GMK sets. So I shaved it down to the point where now they're falling off super loose because the stem cross is so thin. And then to kind of fix that, I just put some tape on it. Yeah. They have retooled. They are retooled now, so not an issue. Ah, this sounds bad. I'm just gonna overloop this and begin the soldering. I might come back and fix these stabilizers later. I might have to find some stabs for this, better stabs. That'll do. I'm alright with it. Sounds fine. Fogger says, supposedly your tester Zeal stabs have issues or not, or back in 8 years when things finally ship. They'll ship. When did you order? How long you been waiting? Oh, that sounds bad. Not that long ago, like a week. I'm just joking because we can live in Asia. Amazon. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Dude, I know what you mean. I ordered this keyboard on a Monday. They promised it would ship Prime 1-day shipping. This thing arrived 4 days later. I got upset. In the age of Amazon Prime and people getting used to things just being in stock and arriving, this hobby is a reality check. You guys remember when KBD fans offered free shipping for orders over $40? That was good times. I miss those days. Sounds good. Scooter form says I paid $35 and $90 import, 90 euro import taxes for my 8X. So 35 shipping is fine. That's normal, but 90 euros for import tax. That's a significant amount of money. Is that normal, Scooter? Oh, that's not normal. Okay. Okay. I might deal with these tabs later, but they sound good enough. Let's get soldering. Put this thing together. Put some caps on. I'm gonna put my stuff away before I start. You guys see this? Look at this. GMMK Pro, eat your heart out. Look who's got plate foam. This plate might be bent. Okay. Take a 5. We'll be back. And then we're gonna solder this relatively quickly. I don't want to spend all night doing this. Keycaps, typing tests. Give me a minute, guys. All right, I'm back. Yeah, I'm not taking you guys out of this room. Okay, let's finish soldering. Actually, we gotta put these screws back in. So Fulger, you said you were gonna get black PVT keycaps, I think you said, right? Which ones? And Scooter, that price for import seems insane. That sucks. I thought my $50. Hucky Troll of the Stream says, any desoldering? Nah. Not yet, man. We're just gonna do the actual soldering part right now. Wow, why does this feel so bad? Yeah, 30 euros just for the KBD pad, like import fees. All right, so here's what we got so far. KBD fans foam, box whites. Ooh, it sounds pretty good. Very muted almost. A sneak peek. Box whites are the cleanest clicky switch, in my opinion. Oh man, this sounds pretty good with that foam. Bro, Hucky 500. Bring me your board. If I desolder it and put in some nice switches, I think that board's gonna sound pretty nice. If your desoldering gun can desolder an OEM board faster than I did it, I'll do that for you. Convert your $45 TKL. PC Low Letter, if you're here, these sound really good. All right, I don't want to get ahead of myself. We actually gotta get this board working. All right, let's take a look before we start at Frogger's keycaps. $19 gray black side prints from KVD fans. I couldn't find any caps. I was like, oh my god, I love these. So they were good enough. Yep. Yeah, don't spend too much on good enough. GMK sets are nice, but they are expensive. It took a little while for me to kind of dive off and get into that kind of stuff. Nice. It's a good price. And a 5... Ooh, I like the 5-degree case. What color of 5-degree case did you get? Oh, I don't have the keyboard plugged in. 5. Black. Nice. KVD fans does really... Hey, 5 worked. I got a numpad plugged in. KVD fans black is really nice. Scooter See you, man. Thank you so much for joining. I know it was early. Have a good one. Have a good day. Not a good night. Peace out, man. Talk to you on Discord. Let me know when you get that numpad in, or macropad and Milmax sockets, and hit me up if you have any questions. Maybe one day I'll do a stream on Milmax sockets. This is a nice board. Wow, they have a lot more colors now than they had been in the past. Yeah. Dude, this board's gonna last you a long time. This will be really nice. And the great thing about these KBD Fans aluminum cases, one, they're affordable. Two, they're very good very good quality for the price. I've had multiple KBD Fans boards, KBD Tofu 65, KBD 75. The anodization that KBD Fans does is very good for the price. Sometimes you have like these super high-end customs that have worse anodization than KBD Fans. Fogger, do you mind linking that set? I don't have a keyboard plugged in. I'll pull it up. I want to see. I can't keep up with all the JMK sets, so I don't know what that is, but I would love to see it. Okay, it's almost 11, 2.5 hours into the stream. Let's start soldering. This is definitely a lineage of 001 Anthony streams. Oh, sorry, I wasn't even showing my screen, was I? My bad. Anyways, I was checking out the case. Looks good. Black. Can't go wrong. Ooh. Is this... When does this run? This is nice. I'm not into JMK sets in general, but colors look good. I don't know if I would buy this personally, but April, okay. It's all good. Go to Keycap Lender to verify. Anyways, too many JMK sets now. So Folger, what other do you watch other keyboard streamers? Were you the one that said you like Shoobs? I like Shoobs a lot. Does he stream? Not much, but you have been lately due to researching a new build. Yeah. what were you considering? Like, what were your options at the time? How did you end up on the decision you made with like your plate choice, your switch choice? I guess your switch choice is obvious. You're working in an office, right? Make sure when you're soldering, make sure these pins are, make sure the plate is pressed down as far as you can. You want the switch legs to touch the PCB. You can't see it because of the foam, but put some pressure on the PCB. You can see there's a gap here. See that gap? We gotta get rid of it. Foger says, was posting that M and saw your post and was like, yeah, I'll hang. Oh, I'm glad you came to hang out. I'm glad that post got some people. I just started streaming on Friday of last week, trying to build this channel out. I'm no Taiha types. But I'll be something different. I'll take that as a compliment, Sparkly Unicorn. Thank you. Well, listen, I really like watching his streams. He just has a lot of viewers. He's like super popular, man. He can't engage everybody, so I don't hold that against him. I used to drop out as my home board and really like the 65-ish layout, and there aren't very many out there. Hey, this is 71% layout. I knew of the tofu builds and liked the general understated look of them, but they were sold out of hot swap 65s, and pretty much everyone was sold out of. Yeah, this hobby's sold out of everything all the time. I can't recommend KB Defense enough for kind of stepping outside the Best Buy type of OEM boards. KB Defense is great. You're no Taiha types, but at least you know how to engage people. I think he does a good job engaging people. He just has a lot of viewers. But it's a lot easier for me when I have a total of 4 people. So that's why I appreciate you guys hanging out here. It's cool. Doing your own thing. Yeah, it's doing your own thing, for sure. I draw inspiration from those guys. JYMV. Shoobs. Someone recently, Key Season, if they're still here, introduced me to Glarses. That guy's hilarious. I like Macmillan for my news. I used to watch a lot of Top Clack every week when they used to do the news, but I'm glad that Macmillan kind of took over that for me. I like Andy V. Newen. He seems like he's passionate about this. Alex Odos. I don't really watch him very much, but I know he's very popular. And I like the realism of Black Simon. I'm sure he's very polarizing, I'm guessing. But I like it. He's real. Sparkly Unicorn says, I like to watch small streamers and some of them forget they're streaming and they're so quiet. Yeah. It's like hanging out at a lunch table in school. Yeah. Hit the follow. Oh, I think you guys, yeah, you guys both hit the follow button. Hit the follow button. I'll stream again on Friday. I've been streaming a couple days in a row and I need a slight break, and I'm also kind of don't have any more things to do, so I need to kind of accumulate some ideas. Maybe I can test out that desoldering gun. But there's so many streamers now, keyboard streamers, any time of the day. Like what right now? Who's streaming? Who's around? Who's streaming keyboards right now? Rocket Lena. Never heard of them. Kimchi Oriboy. Also never heard of them. Lots of people. Keyboards or keycaps are 4 people. Sparkly Unicorn, I don't think I know how to even find that. Is that a section on Twitch? Like how do you filter for keyboards and keycaps? I thought there was only makers and crafting. Like do I show up under keyboards and keycaps? There are tags, okay. It's a tag under me. Okay. Yeah, I think. Wait, I definitely have keycaps as a tag. Is keyboards a tag? I don't know, this is all new to me. Why isn't keyboard a tag? There's so many people streaming keyboard stuff. Should be. So one time I did this kind of project on another cheap OEM board, and after I finished everything, the board didn't work. Something happened to the matrix. And you know how I fixed it? I desoldered it and put it back together, and it started working. So I never figured out what happened, but it works, and I have never desoldered that board again. It was another cheap OEM board like this. Sparkly Unicorn 101 says, I've only ever worked on hot swaps. Soldering looks intimidating. It's not, man. It's totally not. If it helps, I felt the same way. When I first ran into Anthony's stream, 001 Anthony, this was like 2017, there were not that many hot swap boards out. And it really pigeonholed my options back then. Now it doesn't really matter. Every board comes with a hot swap option, which is good. It gets people in the hobby with a low barrier of entry, and I think that's really good for the community. Soldering is easy once you get the hang of it, but it takes a little while to get used to. I suggest practicing on a couple pieces of scrap wire or something before doing a real project. Yeah. Good tip, Fulger. Take an old crappy keyboard PCB or something and mess with it. Get the Practice 60 or whatever it's called. There's a Practice 60 somewhere. It's called Practice 60, right? It's cheap. Sparkly Unicorn says, what minimum should you spend on a soldering iron? Yeah, that's going to be... Different people will have different recommendations for you. The new practice board doesn't have a lot of soldering. Oh, okay. Yeah. My opinion, get a good quality soldering iron. It'll last a long time. A Hakko FX888. I think you can get on sale for like $100 something in the States, and in Canada we have both, but the Hakko was too expensive at the time, so I bought the Weller WES51, which cost me I think 130 Canadian, so that's about $100 USD. So $100. PC Low Letter, what do you think? What's a good soldering budget to spend? Really? PC Low Letter, do you mind linking that for our friend here? I think that might help. $50 is pretty good. KSGR T12. Okay, whatever you do, don't get one of these. Hold on. Eamsburg! Welcome to the chat. How you doing, Eamsburg? PC Load Letter gave us a hot tip. He's been giving everyone hot tips. Thank you so much, PC Load Letter. He hooked me up with some USB programmability projects, so I'm definitely going to do that. Okay, what is this? This is the wrong window that I'm looking at. Let's pull this up in chat. Kailh, AliExpress, 50 USD with free shipping. I don't know how much shipping is, but wow, this looks more high tech than my Weller. PC Load Letter, you said you have this. This is a great deal, man. How did you originally find out about this? Like, there's so much stuff on AliExpress. How do you kind of figure out what's good? If you want a compact micro soldering iron that's cheaper, get the SH72. I love how you know these like obscure products. Wait, what am I looking at here? Dude, this is just $20 and I could just have a little micro just have on the side as a wow, this is cool. Hold on, I gotta add this to my cart on my other window. I'm buying that. Definitely gonna buy this. What's the power supply requirement? How does this plug in? Does it come with everything I need? Add to cart, $1.35 shipping to Canada. Yeah, this is what I'm buying for sure. Is there an option to buy a power supply? Thank you, PC Low Letter. Okay, Eamsburg. Good. Your stream is a perfect time for my sleep. Oh, good, man. What coast are you on? Great suggestions for affordable items for soldering. Anyways, what I was saying is, don't buy these pieces of garbage. Amazon specials. They come with like a solder sucker that sucks. Don't get that. It comes with you know, solder. It comes with wick. It comes with everything in one kit for $30. Don't buy the East Coast. Jeez, and this works with your schedule. Digging it, Eamsburg. Eamsburg. Do you work graveyard shift or something? Don't buy these. Don't buy Amazon stuff. Like, don't buy these cheap Amazon ones. Buy what PC Low Letter says in chat. Okay. Powered off USB. See? Yep. Okay. That sounds good. I'm going to have to hit you up later. Get some more details on that. It'd be nice to have a soldering iron that's not just this bulky thing for small little jobs. Yeah, Sparkly Unicorn. Don't buy that. Don't buy that Amazon set. Like, it comes with like everything under the sun, and everything is garbage. Waste of money. And those reviews are probably fake too. The ones on Amazon for those cheap irons, those $5 irons. Don't buy that. Save your money. Invest in decent quality tools. Don't go overboard. You don't need the top of the line, whatever. But spend based on what you might use it for. If you plan to solder a lot of boards, like you plan to be in this hobby for a bit, it might be worth the investment. If you're gonna do like one board ever, maybe take a look at this $20 one. That's my opinion. Otherwise, like I made the mistakes, right? Like I bought all these older parts and they just sit in my closet now. I actually bought a SH72 that included a power supply on Athens up for $9. Was that like a Select Deals crazy thing? I was Sparkly Unicorn says I was about to buy a keyboard mod kit with a plastic switch opener. Thought I was gonna get a deal. Plastic switch opener, yeah, like that 3D printed stuff. That'll eventually wear out. Get a decent if you're gonna be okay. Opening switches sucks. I hate it. Get a decent switch opener, because when you have to open up 100 switches, having a good switch opener is it'll be you'll know it's worth it. After the first batch. Fogger says, in general, I actually suggest buying cheap tools first. If you ever end up using it, it's not a huge cost waste, and you'll know what you want and appreciate it more when you get something else. Yeah, you know what, Fogger? I take the exact same mentality for woodworking tools. Definitely. Definitely woodworking tools, that applies. And I think that I was okay spending it. A little bit on this investment on this because I knew I was gonna stick in the hobby for a bit. But PC Load Letter has provided some pretty affordable options, so pretty affordable options that he has used, and that means more to me than a random rando on AliExpress or Amazon review. I posted on Anthony's. Okay, nice. Yes. Yeah, that got a bookmark for me too. PC Low Letter, how long you been in this hobby, man? What year? How did you find 001 Anthony? One day I was randomly looking for keyboard reviews or builds, and I found 001 Anthony on YouTube. He was building like a KBD 75. Oh, jeez, what happened here? And then he knew a lot about keyboards. He had strong opinions about keyboards, even back then. And I found his Twitch, and I started watching him, and I realized that's a fun stream to watch. And as I watched, I learned a lot. And I was super intimidated. I was like, Anthony, can you build me a board? I don't think I can solder. He was like, yep, no problem. Because he does commissions for people. So hit him up if you want a commission. He does good work. But anyways, eventually I realized I should learn to do this and just learn. And it's not that hard. You can do it. I found on YouTube. Or you found Anthony on YouTube. Okay, because I was thinking about building a keyboard. So it's basically got the same story as you. I've been into electronics for a lot. Oh, okay. That's why you know so much. That's cool. Wait, what is this Pine 64 thing you linked? I bought one of those and sold it. Because that was a mistaken Kickstarter that I should never have backed. Pine 64. The Raspberry Pi killer. They made a soldering iron. I hope it's better than the Pine 64 copy they made. It was so slow. It didn't do anything well. Okay, cool. $25? Man, it's cheap. I need to grab a drink. I'll be back. Parched. Sorry about that. I was on mute. I said, PC Low Letter, thank you for sharing all that stuff. I haven't been in the market for new products in a while, but I'm tempted to buy that one for 20 bucks on Amazon. Or, sorry, AliExpress. And super helpful for our friends in chat who might be in the market for a new soldering iron. Fulgur and Sparkly. I think the best way that I learned was I read a lot of things, but back when I used to read a lot of things, it wasn't so complex. But the core fundamentals of this hobby have not really changed. Soldering and desoldering, it's the same, whether you're dealing with a cheap board or an expensive board. Everything else, though, holy crap, has this hobby ever changed? Back when Drop was like the only place to buy GMK sets. Now, barely anybody runs those GMK sets on Drop. Mito does. Toombury does. Man, GMK Carbon, when I got into this hobby in like 2015, 2016, I loved GMK Carbon. It was so expensive. I told myself if he ever released GMK Carbon Round 2, I would buy it. And then I saw the price. And then I didn't buy it. I really wish GMK Carbon Round 2 was cheaper. So you know what I did? I bought Kailh Carbon. And that kind of got my fix. I was like, alright, it looks close enough. And then I sold it for 20 bucks. Because that ABS on Kailh was just the greasiest feel. Did not like it. Guys, if I plug this board in and the matrix is all effed up, I'm gonna be so sad. Seriously. I just kind of had a bad experience that one time. Kailh Nautilus. I had Kailh Clownfish, which was a copy of GMK Yuri. Man, I remember back in 2016 or 2017 when GMK Yuri Round 1 showed up, I was like, oh, this is the nicest set. It was just too expensive. Like, back when I got into this hobby, it was just unfathomable to spend that much on keycaps. Now I'm just... Look at the about section in my... Look at all the keycaps that I'm waiting for. This hobby is a funny way of kind of warping your sense of what is a reasonable cost for anything. Keyboards, keycaps, accessories. Yeah. Fulgur says the technical aspects aren't hard, yeah. I just don't know the politics, drama, whatever of the community and who's who of the vendors. Yeah, it's There's so many vendors. Fortunately for me in Canada, there's only a handful of vendors like Desk Hero and Apex Keyboards, and they run everything because we're smaller. But it just seems like vendors are popping up everywhere. My piece of advice: stick with the ones that have been around for a while. Stick with the ones that are reputable. PC Load Letter, are you hearing this? Are you guys hearing this? The rest of your crew? This sounds good. Sparkly Unistars relate. I used to complain about the price of artisan keycaps, $30 as well. You make your own, Sparkly. Dude. Please. What's your Instagram? How can I see it? I want to post it on the stream. Let's advertise. Let's give you some shoutouts for the 5 viewers in this chat. PC Love Letter says you dodged the Aura Mech bullet. Is that a drama vendor? PC Love Letter? I'd love to hear more. Okay, we are done. I think we are gonna plug this guy in and test it and hope it all works. That's a Canadian vendor? Wait. Tell me more. Is this... How long ago was this? I don't know. I don't know about this story. Maybe I did hear about it, but it's not ringing a bell. He did some big group buys. Anything I would know? Is this the one that did that Mech 27 or the Time TKL in Canada? Or the one with the Leaf? Like, was there a big TKL from Canada? No, not that one. Okay. Okay, let's plug this in. Please cross your fingers in chat for me. So what's like the drama with this Aura Mech? Is he just he's ghosting people, like as in like he just disappeared and took people's money? He's been ghosting customers and not delivering. Aura Mech, okay. You know, one of the you know what I was saying the other day about how one of the ideas I want to do is like go through a retrospective of group buys that have just failed or been scammers. I'd like to talk about vendors like that. His Discord is funny. What is... I need to look at more of that. Okay, I'm getting distracted. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm going to plug this in. Check out the boot animation of this guy. Ready? Hold on. Sick, right? One more time. Some engineer took great pride in that. Totally. You're right. That's hilarious. Yep. They were like, oh man, check out this animation, guys. Okay, let's load up key tester. Give me a second. Add via to a window capture. Give me a moment. This is not the right. There we go. Okay. Sorry if that was loud. That was really loud for me. I've remapped my pipe key to backspace. I've mapped my control to caps lock. That's why. I think I've done that in the OS level too, like as a registry edit. What the fuck? Oh. Duh. Bluetooth's not gonna work. Battery's not plugged in. Okay, left shift works, right shift works, enter. Wait, what? Caps lock, Windows key, Alt. Space. Function. Right control, arrow keys. What an interesting layout, huh, guys? Okay, we're not going to put foam in because I want to put keycaps on and do a typing test. Maybe foam will be another day. Turn off the soldering iron, turn off the fan. Now to the fun part of the stream. My favorite part of watching anybody's stream. Sparkly Unicorn says, I never thought I would want to buy... Yep. If you've never tried box whites, the crispiest, and they're cheap. You don't have to lube them. They're cheap. Ah, I love these. Okay. Guys and girls, please scroll to the bottom of my Twitch. You know what? No, we don't have to do that. We're going to put this on stream so we can pick a keycap set. My favorite part of any stream is the keycap set. I want you in the chat to pick your top 3 that you want to see. And then from the top 3, I'll figure out kind of what we're going to use. Let's get rid of VIA. Let's go back to Twitch. By the way, you guys see this Geekark 9009 stuff? Incredibly cheap prices. I'm definitely buying Geekark 9009. I think it's like the base kit is $70. Crazy Legends. Like 10 different sub-legends. Russian Cyrillic. Hebrew. Vim. And they guarantee no warp spacebar. Have you guys heard of this? Because our friend of the channel here, Acme Types, sent it over. Elvish? What was that MT3 set that had Elvish? I don't remember. But for the price, man, I'm buying this. Keyboard Mecha. Oh man, are you serious? That's not good to hear. Well, so much for this comment saying space bars. Where did they say that? They said it somewhere in here. It almost felt like they were going to guarantee non-warp space bars. Okay, again, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Let's put this guy back in. Keycaps on. Okay, go to the bottom of my Twitch in the About section. Actually, sorry, I'll do that. What am I doing? What keycaps do you want on this RK71? Pick your top two. Top two? We don't have that many people in chat. Is the Bluetooth working? Nice. Oh, we're not gonna get SA grab bags. It's just like it's like a vomit set. SA grab bags are. We spent a lot of time talking about Signature Plastics yesterday. It's from Signature Plastics in Seattle. They are a keycap manufacturer that makes SA. They do these things called grab bags, which used to cost, I don't know, a lot cheaper than they cost now. And it's just like they're garbage. You would get just a 5-pound bag of random keycaps, and you could potentially fill out, you'd probably fill out a board, but you'd have like 4 1s, 5 F1s, missing alphas. I can show them off on stream later. I'm not putting them on this board. Veto that. Okay, CRP, maybe it helps to show you what these keycaps look like. I don't know. Or do you guys know what these look like? CRP Xerox 6001, EPBT Grit Black and White, EPG Grayscale. Okay, that's EPBT Grayscale, blank set. I don't want to put a blank set on this. Spectrum, it's nice. Simple JA, I love Simple JA. Kuroshiro is nice. GMK Olivia++. Should we put a $300 keycap set on a $35 board? We can do that. I don't have Cat Milkshake. I just have the Fruits Kit. Godspeed, DevTTY. No real force keycaps because that's obviously going to only work on Topra. Varmillo, I don't have a... Yeah, it's not going to work. Varmillo's not going to work. Oh, so you know what, guys? There's a problem with some of these. Yeah, okay. We're going to have to kind of veto a couple of these things because I don't have the right profile. Yeah, I'm not going to use the MT3 sets because I don't have like all those. I need a kit that has these weird profiles. So how about GMK Olivia? I thought that would be fun to put GMK Olivia on this. What do you guys think? Like the keycaps that I have that would fit on this actually limit our choices quite a bit. I can't use 6001, doesn't have those weird black and white would work, grayscale would probably work, spectrum probably work, simple J would probably work, Kuroshiro, I can't read half those legends, so it works. You want to do Olivia? We can do Olivia. Okay, let's make this all nice. GMK Olivia on this. All right, Olivia it is. I was watching a stream yesterday or sometime. They were complaining about tap screws. Look at that. It's an interesting screw that they decided to use. Sparkly Unicorn, am I the first one talking to you about SA grab bags? Have you heard of them? I don't know if they offer them anymore. They got really expensive. They used to be like, I think $30 shipped or something, and they guarantee you get a 5-pound bag of keycaps. You've never heard? Okay, all right. Let me get Olivia. Let me get SA grab bags, and we'll do a typing test first, and then afterwards, if I forget, just remind me. $50 plus shipping. Why would anybody want to buy a random thing? It's actually kind of interesting because some of the okay. You know why, Sparkly? It's the cheapest way to try an entire keyboard full of SA keycaps. If you take a look at SA group buys, they are a friggin' ripoff. Just so expensive. And yeah, it's nice to have random keycaps. So you get some pretty cool novelties. I have like I should show you some. I was lucky to get some, and I got a whole bunch of SA carbon too. All right, Olivia. Where's Olivia? I'll be back in a sec. All right, missed this chat. Nice to have random keycasts, yeah. Pimp my keyboard. Yeah, that stupid URL. They can't get signatureplastics.com. Pimpmykeyboard.com. I think that was okay back in the mid 2015s. It's fine. 2021, I don't know. I've heard good things about how comfortable they are to type on. Definitely going to get a SA keycap set. So when your keycaps cost 4 to 5 times it. Fuoger, 4 to 5 times. You mean, if we're talking about market price, $300 USD for a used set of Olivia, that's like $400 Canadian. This is a value-wise 10x this keyboard. Yeah, 10x. Not 4 to 5 times. Definitely 10x. Let's do it. So, Sparkly Unicorn. I bought the grab bag because I wanted to try SA. And my personal opinion is I don't like SA. It's too tall and too hard to type, and I type slower with it. That's me though. Some people love it, but I do hear a lot of people give feedback saying that they don't like SA, but they like MT3. I would probably fall under that. I like MT3 over SA, but I don't think I like Cherry for sure, number one. MT3 is okay. Where's my keycap puller? Let's get this ugly soldering dust pad out of the way. I bought SA Bliss to support Minterly. I don't know if I like it. PC Low Letter, have you ever tried SA caps? I'm guessing no if you're saying if you're not sure if you like it. Sparkly Unicorn says, yeah, I haven't found a keycap profile I like since I only tried Cherry and DSA. If you want to try SA, try to buy someone else's grab bag for cheap. Or try them at a meetup. But meetups are not happening right now for obvious reasons. Do you guys miss meetups? I miss meetups. Cat is my favorite profile. I love Cat too. I bought Cat Milkshake. And guess what I did with Cat Milkshake, PC Low Letter? I sold it. Why did I sell it? Someone was willing to pay a lot of money for it. Man, those cat sets are taking their sweet time, aren't they? What is going on with this? Oh, shit. Well, hold on. I gotta redo this. I gotta do that one switch. Messed up. Foger says I do not miss meetups. I'm quite happy now having to deal with people. I'm not that much of a social person either, but I love keyboards. And when I get to hang around people that are like me and are into keyboards. It's so fun. That's kind of why I really like streaming and just chatting with this chat. Because you don't really get to chat. Like, what job out there is going to have a bunch of nerds into mechanical keyboards? Maybe at my job of, I don't know, 2,000 employees, that there's going to be a couple people into mechanical boards. I gotta turn it on. Definitely like working at home though. That's pretty sweet. What did I do with this switch? This is super messed up. I was just not paying attention. Look at... Wait, where's the problem? Oh, here's the problem. It just sticks out. I was not paying attention. I didn't have that switch clipped in, and then I soldered it in. So, lesson to take away from this is be comfortable with the desoldering pump or wick or something, because these kind of mistakes will probably happen. And they're not a big deal. What switch is this? This one. I don't want to... Oh, that connector there is not a secure connector. I'm not taking that off again. If I can help it. These box wipes are staying in here forever. Okay. Here we go. Flush. Oh yeah, it's hard to pick up, but it's flush. Just checking if I did that with any others. Okay, looks good. Almost there. Thank you so much for sticking around, guys. I know it's been a long night, but this is how these streams are gonna be. How long? How many hours are we in here? 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay. What's the chat say? Sorry, Sparkly Unicorn. What was I saying there? I don't know. Computer science or something with coding? What is that referring to? They did a good job getting Kitty Cat. What? Hey, PC Lola, remind me. What's Kitty Cat? What is that? What's Kitty Cat? That's not straight up Cat Alpha, right? How did they get a cat set out last month, but all these other ones are still waiting on GB to ship? Kitty Cat is a gray cat set. Like a plain one without fancy colors. It was a secret buy. What? How does one even find out about these secret buys? Oh, the job that would have a lot of people keep employed. Hey, Spicy Unicorn, I think you might be surprised how few people who are like programmers might not even care about keyboards. Wow, what's happening here? I've never heard of this. It's like Michael Scott. I hope one day I can get in on an inside joke, but maybe one day I can get in on a secret group buy. I don't understand. How did they run this? Oh, back in 2019, before all this went down. Was this before Cat Milkshake? Because that was kind of the set that... Cat Milkshake definitely felt like... I know there was Cat Alpha, but Cat Milkshake definitely felt like the first set. The first set. Yeah, like the very... It just felt like the first one. I'm kind of trying to figure out where this kind of lined up with the timing. They put the order in right after Cat Eternal. Okay, that was one of the earlier ones after Cat Milkshake, right? People... That shipped, right? Cat Eternal? That did ship. So many cat sets. I'm waiting for Cat Atlantis. We are approaching 1 year with no end in sight, and I fully expect Cat Atlantis to ship in Q3. I'm in on Cat Space Cadet. I don't think I will see that this year. Maybe not, probably not. I'm in on Cat Refined, and I will definitely not see Cat Refined this year. I'm thinking Q2 2022 for Cat Refined. That's my hot take. PC Low Letter is also waiting for Cat Atlantis. Yeah. What alphas did you get? Did you get like the dark alphas or the really bright alphas? I hope they get cat. Yeah, they got to get that cat thing going. They got to get more people. They got to get their molds sorted out. I don't know. I heard they stopped taking orders. That's good. All right, back to this. A little bit of troubleshooting, a little bit of delay. Back in business. Let's make sure this works. Boot animation function. I didn't know about Kitty Cat. That's interesting. The dark ones. Yeah, that's the same ones I got. Nice. Oh. So PC Low Ladder, when do you think we're going to see Cat Atlantis? What's your guesstimate? Q2? Q1's done. Is there a way that they can ship Cat Atlantis within the next 3 months? I hope so. The true realist in the chat has appeared. Yeah. Anthony taught me this. I had no idea. It's crazy. I'm like, you can pull more than one cap at a time. Freaking serious. Guys, come check out Anthony's stream. He's gonna stream this weekend, I think. 001 Anthony. Give him a follow. Oh man, this sounds so good. You know how I said I might have the best RK71 in Canada? Should I make that claim? Also, just for this, I know this board's dirty. It's not mine. It needs clean. What board are you pulling those off of? This is a Ducky Shine 3. Circa Ducky Shine 3 circa 2014. I think this was my second ever mechanical keyboard. And it's solid. I've desoldered this thing. It's got cherry plate mount stabs. It's got lubed Gateron yellows. Sounds nice. It's a nice board. And come on. A full-size 104 keyboard with Olivia really shows off Olivia. Like, Olivia deserves to be just shown off in all its glory. I'm not saying it doesn't look good on a 40. I'm saying it looks freaking awesome on a 104. CVP. This Ducky Shine 3 was back when no such thing as an RGB on a keyboard that I can remember. The LEDs were not SMD, they were through hole. They were one color, so when you pick your Ducky Shine 3, you would pick a color of LED along with it. You would have the choice of any Cherry MX which you wanted. That's kind of it. Times were simpler. So I used this until I realized I wanted a TKL. And then I never went back. I bought this before I even understood what a standard bottom row was. I had no idea. But I was lucky that this had a standard bottom row. Because that means I can still use it today. Guys, this looks pretty good. GMK Olivia looks good on a lot of things. Looks good on dark boards. Looks good on light boards. Hey guys, check it out. I have an Icky Aurora 68. Here's my, you guys like my Magic 4 68? Now what? What do we do? Sparkly Unicorn says, I never use a numpad, but I'm getting a full just to show off the whole set of keycap. Yeah. I think for me, I stopped using it because I realized that I like my arms closer. Fulger says, yeah, I mean, that's how most people get into it. Yeah, it's a gateway. Yeah. Oh man, Fulger. Excel? Yeah. When I'm typing in numbers for work, I need to whip this out. It's just too, TKL doesn't cut it for me in that regard when I have to type in numbers. Like if I'm doing a bunch of numbers for some reason. All right, well, this is not gonna give us anything. Here we go. This will work here. Is this the same profile? That's not. Is that not? That's not the right profile. Can I use this? That would work. Can I use this? That is not the right profile. Okay, we definitely can use the plus. So I need another profile that's like this. Is anybody else noticing my stream acting up? All right, that works. I like that page down. I don't really like this plus, but okay. Sorry, Sparkly, did you post your artisan thing? Happy to show it off. Use a 5. The white 5? No. I think I'm going to use a plus. Okay. Yeah, if this stream's acting up, I don't know if there's anything I could do about it, unfortunately. Let's put away this and do a typing test. Beautiful. I followed you on Instagram, but I don't post anything for artisan. It's more of a side hobby. Oh, okay, that's cool. If you ever want to show one on stream, I'd be happy to show it. I'd love to see you. All right. Boys and girls, we are done. This was a long build process because I had to do the desoldering, and that was another stream. Stream pausing. Crap. Does anybody know anything about streaming? Because I don't. Like, how do I troubleshoot that? Is that even something I can do? Is this a Twitch thing or is this a me thing? I'm wired in that. I got okay uploads. Has it been doing it all night or just now? Yeah, my stream is quite behind. It takes a while for my messages to show up on screen. Well, I hope the lag doesn't lag how freaking awesome this keyboard looks. Let's take a look. Okay, from the top, what does this look like? This looks like an expensive board. Okay, let's take a look. 30 Might be because it's 1080p 60. Not much I can do. Okay. Do I have to change something on my side? All right. Just like the past 10-15 minutes. All right, well, let's blame Twitch. Okay, let's recap. This is a Royal Kludge keyboard, RK71. $35 shipped. What have we done to it? We have desoldered the entire board. We have put in Kailh box white switches. We have put in Corsair K70 stabilizers on the short mods. We put in a Ducky Shine 3 spacebar modifier here. The box whites have been dremeled by yours truly, and then we put some tape on it so the keycaps don't fall off. But you can't see any of that stuff. It's got USB-C. It's got Bluetooth. It's got an internal battery. It has subtle logo. It also has an empty spot for a 2.4 gigahertz controller or a USB, because this thing is a OEM that gets shared amongst other companies, like a Drivo Excalibur uses maybe this one. There is a version of this keyboard with RGB. There's a version of this one that doesn't have Bluetooth and just has a 2.4 gigahertz. All models come with magnetic feet. Pretty nifty. This keyboard has a arrow key cluster blocker on the bottom right hand corner. What? This key needs a little tape. Yeah, it needs some tape. It has an arrow key blocker. Removable. Well, I wouldn't remove it. Lithium ion battery? I think so. Probably, right? It's got LED, blue, backlight, and RGB. Side. We're going to show that off with a blue accent. And the tab keeps falling out. Let's turn this on. Let's watch the boot animation. My favorite part of this keyboard. Seriously, this keyboard's going to definitely be on stream a lot. When people ask, like, what's that keyboard? I'm going to be like, this is a Royal Kludge RK71. Did you guys see that? I love that. Okay, 2.4 gigahertz version would be cool to use with USB-D. Oh, man. PC load lighter, would that theoretically work? Oh, man, you're right. You're a genius. So you're saying if I get a 2.4 gigahertz version of this keyboard, build that thing that you suggested, I'd have a fully reprogrammable wireless keyboard for $35-ish. Oh! Plus the $10 it would take to build that programmability. All right. RGB or not RGB, LED. Whew. We're not gonna keep that on, but we're just gonna show it off. We gotta respect the engineers that put their time and effort into these animations. Oh. I want to turn these off. This thing also has a caps lock indicator light. Coffee table says $35. Where? Not right now. When I bought this on Amazon.ca, it was $40 Canadian, which is about $35 USD. This thing currently runs for $49 USD on Amazon.com. But our friend PC Load Letter here says Amazon often has this on sale. Okay, side RGB. Freaking love this. It's so crazy. All for 35. It's crazy. Okay, let's turn on some lights. Yeah, I've seen way worse animations. This is the Royal Kludge RK71. Also known as the Drevo Caliber, and the tab fell off again. Embarrassing. Sorry, Olivia. I don't mean to disrespect your set. Side. Can you see the subtle glow on cam? All right, we're gonna do a typing test here. The microphone is another Amazon special, Uhuru UM900 for the VOD. Royal Kludge RK71 Kailh box whites. Let's open up a typing test. All right, guys, words per minute bot, turn it on. I don't actually have a words per minute bot, just if you want to guess how fast I'm going to type, go for it. Oh, the stream is super far behind. Is my voice? This far behind too? Like, is my... Whoa, this stream is super laggy. You're right. Like, I'm just watching myself on Twitch. Okay. I'm watching myself on Twitch and I see it lagging too. Wow. Anyways, I'll be doing many typing tests with this board. This is coming on stream a lot. Okay. What typing test application are we using? Oh, the stream is super behind. Is my voice? Do you guys have any recommendations? I don't know. What am I using here? Okay, we're using this one. Can I change it on the fly? I'll have to learn how to change things on the fly next time. Coffee tables. Okay. This is a Royal Kludge RK71 Bluetooth keyboard, desoldered with Kailh box whites. Random stabilizers. Let's go. Ooh. I'm gonna mute this site. Sounds good. Oh, music. Sorry. Let's do it, guys. We're doing that again. I don't like this typing test. What do people use? Someone said in chat a typing thing that everybody uses. What is it that they're using? Monkey type. All right, monkey type. What do you guys think? Yeah, the stream is really far behind. I'm watching myself on stream. But the lag doesn't matter because this board is sweet. This enter needs work. The shift is fine. Backspace is clean. Left shift is nice. The Ducky Shine 3 spacebar stabilizer sounds perfect. Also, it helps that Kailh box whites help mask some of the rattle. Ooh. You guys hear the top right corner here? Oh, that left shift sounds good. My favorite key, this one. The lag went away after a refresh. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Yeah. I think it did. Thanks, PC Low Ladder. Refresh, guys. What is this sound? This cheap plastic board is spicy. Is it spicy? This might be the nicest RK71 that anyone's ever going to see on Instagram. GMK Olivia sounds good on this. What do you guys think? That was a fun project. This was a really fun project. Three, two, one.